Well, things gone a little bit quiet in the old valley here, so haven't seen a dipper for at least an hour, so I'm going to go for a little walkies to see where they've got to. Anyway, I've got the A6 700 on and the 200 to 600 millimeter, so we're not short of reach, but yeah, mostly for the video capability. Anyway, let's go and see if we can find where these dippers are gone. Ooh. Well, we're racing on to Watersmeet because I met a couple of birders on the way down, as you do. And apparently there's a couple of spotted flycatchers around the tea room. So not only a dipper, but also a couple of spotted flycatchers, which are relatively rare in the UK. I mean, they do come over at this time of year. Do see them. I have seen one at my local nature reserve, Lanford Lakes, before now. But no, it would be nice, especially to get a pair. Ooh. Anyway, we'll see how far we go. Anyway, it's 3/4 of a mile to the tea room, so hopefully we're just coming up to the tea rooms now. Hopefully. Yeah. I think I can see the other side. I don't usually approach Watersmeet from this direction, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute, guys. Hopefully with the spotted flycatcher. God, this gets better and better, doesn't it? God, you just never know what's coming up on Campervan and I next. Wow. Anyway, I do know one thing about spotted flycatchers, and that is that they usually go for flies, obviously, but in one particular area, and they usually go back to the same perch. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh no, another group of children up ahead. But anyway, hopefully they're going nowhere near the tea room. Ooh. God, there's kiddies' parties everywhere here today. What's the matter with them? Anyway, we made it to the tea centre. Oh, nice. So yeah, so we've got a dipper around here apparently. There's usually one by the tea rooms, normally in this section here, just opposite where the party of still school children are. Anyway, flycatch is what we want. Let's hope it's the other side of the tea room. Okay. I can't spot the spotted flycatcher. A couple of blue tits, no problem at all. But yeah, I can't see the flycatchers. Anyway, I'll have to get a cup of tea, that'll do the trick. Yeah, coffee and walnut. I do like coffee and walnut. Very nice. And a cappuccino. God, all those calories burnt off getting now. Blimey, look at this chap. That's friendly. Guys had a few cream teas. Oh. Now that's local, accessible wildlife. Incredible. Well, I definitely recommend the cappuccino and coffee cake here at Watersmeet National Trust. And not only that, you do get some delightful birds with it as well. Still haven't seen the flycatchers yet, still to be photographed. But I got a beautiful pose of the nuthatch just sitting here having my coffee. And also there was a goldcrest, and it was really close in this Christmas tree. Literally here. Anyway, I couldn't get a shot of it. It was too close to photograph. Unbelievable. So yeah, I got blue tip, chaffinch, everything really. Absolutely amazing. But I ain't got these flycatchers yet. Where are they? They must be round here somewhere. They must be this side. they're going to be anywhere, they'll be just the other side of the toilets, which at Watersmeet means in these trees here. Can you see them? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, I can't see the dipper they indicated either, but there is usually one round here. There's usually one in this stretch at some point. Obviously, if there's a lot of people around, they won't be around. But yeah, you can see some telltale signs and marks on the stones. Amazing. Breathtaking beauty. Oh, how's that the climb? Incredible. Beautiful. Well, good morning. Cheers. We're here again for our last day with the dippers. 48 hours in dipper territory. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we've got dipper area all the way around. And we're in the usual position in the hope that the dippers plant themselves up here. So we did see them yesterday, but it wasn't such a beautiful morning as this morning. I really can't wait to bring you the dippers today if they turn up. Unfortunately, it's a Saturday, so there's every chance of human disturbance, but that can often work to our advantage. So we don't always you don't always have to give up just because there are a few humans around. Anyway, I'll just get set a minute and fingers crossed we get some dippers in, because the sunshine today is forecast for all day long. So I don't know whether I'm going to be able to tear myself away from this stretch of river. It is absolutely amazing. Incredible action that goes on around here. Already had a couple of, well, it was 3 woodpeckers, great spotted woodpeckers, fighting in the trees, the canopy above. Absolutely amazing. Just up here as I arrived. Beautiful scene. Chasing off each other. Anyway, yeah, it must be love. Love is in the air for the woodpeckers. Chasing each other around. I don't know whether I caught any of the action there, but can you see them flying around? Trying to pair up by the looks of it. Chasing each other in some coy sort of mating flight. Incredible. Anyway. Yeah, I'll try and keep them in the middle of the frame. Bit tricky. Dancing around. Flying over directly in the tree above there. So I hope I brought you that on the small screen. Even with the 600mm, they're a bit far off. But yeah, they are literally just flying around the area together among the tops of the tree canopies. And yeah, anyway, hope you got some of that. Hopefully they weren't too small in the screen. But yeah, first thing I saw this morning when I got out of the van. Lovely. So I actually had to tear myself away from the river yesterday just as the light improved, which was a bit disappointing because we broke off yesterday, you may remember, when the rain started to fall. It wasn't particularly heavy rain, but quelle surprise in this country, a bit of rain. What a shocker. Anyway, it did really darken down the scene, and obviously we're in a valley here, so it is pretty So we're in a deep valley here. Oh, I just heard one of our, I think I might have just heard a dipper. They do make a distinctive call. I'll try and catch it on film, but they only make it usually when they're approaching, when they're in flight. When they set off, they make this little high-pitched squeal, and it's very distinctive, and obviously you do get used to it very quickly. Anyway, I'll just examine the bank to see if we've got if I've missed anything, trying not to disturb any dippers. Just see if you can see a dipper before I can. Great subject, I must admit. The wagtails wag their tails and the dippers bob up and down, hence the name dipper. You can see the spray marks on the boulders. That big boulder centre now has got a couple of poo marks on, indicating the dippers have definitely been here. I don't think they were there yesterday, so good sign. One of those marks was, but I don't think the second one was. Okay, let's go a bit further on. Let's have a little look over this wall, see if you can spot a dipper. No dippers yet on this stretch. But they do have a territorial area. They do have a territorial area, the dippers, and you will find the same lot defending their territory if you're really lucky. So you can have a bit of a fight on from time to time. Yeah. Anyway, back to the riverbed. Let's get settled in for a morning with the dippers. Ooh. So nice, dippers. They really are a wonderful subject. I must admit, I've gone a bit dippy recently. I have gone a bit dipper mad. 48 hours in the presence of dippers. It's mesmerising. We've got one. Yeah, it's turned up. Quick flick around. It's down there on the right hand side. Can you see it? Don't know whether you can make it out on the small screen, but it's just working along. What can I point out? There's a little tree, a little growth on the right hand side, and it's just hunting in a little shallow pool to the right hand side of the river, underneath the first tree on the right hand side as we look. Very small on the screen. I'll zoom in on it on the recording, but yeah, it's very difficult to make out. Anyway, I've got to go back to base, see if I can get that beauty coming back down the river. Shh, I'm going back to quick. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, so I'm back in position now. In position. We've got the Sony A1 with the 600mm on, and I've set it to 1/2000th of a second f4 wide open, and also got the perch bird mode 1/500th of a second f4. Oh, it's in range, which it wasn't earlier, so that's a good sign. Okay, whether to go under the bag at this point is another issue. You have a choice to make, really. Do you limit your visibility going under the bag, or do you expose yourself? It's a bit of a choice. Anyway, yeah, I got a little bit of footage of the dipper hunting upstream. Yeah, I don't want to be spotted, so I'm going to go undercover. Well, even with the Sony A1, I only got one frame of the bird in focus as it flew towards me, with the camera set on zone focus, 1/2000th of a second out of a burst. Amazing. Because the light level's so low at the moment, it's very difficult to pick the bird out against the background. But I think we did get one frame, and I don't know what ISO it was, but let's have a look. ISO 10,000, so a job for DxO, and the wings are not in a great position. We'll see. Anyway, one frame in focus. Amazing. So if you want the really good shots, I do recommend the wait and see approach. Basically just plant yourself in the area where you know dippers are around, looking for the spray marks, and literally position yourself, because all the wandering up and down all adds to disturbance. You end up picking a spot. You can scout out an area and then have specific spots that you go to that you know you can film from and you can photograph from. That's one possibility. But I would literally scout the riverbed. And this really is the only real spot we found that is very good for covering a fair area of the riverbed. So that's why we come here. And also we're on a slight elevation. The river's running down towards us from an elevated position, so we get shots from a reasonable height. We don't have to go down to ground level to get those intimate action shots with the birds in the water. You don't have to get down low when you've got an elevated position on the river. Anyway, waiting for a subject now. Well, let me know in the comments below if there's any birds you're addicted to photographing. We're definitely addicted to photographing dippers here in North Devon. Absolutely beautiful. A lovely subject. And it's just great, as usual, being out in nature. Wonderful. Well, the dipper's been feeding quite a way upstream this morning, but I think I've finally nailed one as it's come back towards us. With the grubs in its mouth, with the larvae, etc. Probably going back to the nest. Yeah, so I'll just give you a quick look at the sequence, guys. So yeah, the dipper has literally flown towards us at about 20 miles an hour. They do, but very low, just like a low fighter jet skimming over the water. And I think that's the last image I got in the sequence, which yeah, shows it in flight with looks like a caddisfly larvae in its mouth. Yeah, so yeah, amazing, great to nail a shot like that. And the whole sequence, I think, is pretty much in focus. Obviously you can never tell till you get home that it developed. Anyway, the settings for you are 1/2000th of a second, f4 wide open, and it's at ISO 5000, so it's definitely one for DxO, denoise. But oh yes, wow. Nice to nail a shot like that. Oh. Yeah, good one. See what else I can get for you today. Superb. The light is starting to come up now, so Whether it will flood this valley with light and with the dipper's bright crest, whether it will become impossible to photograph, we'll see. But anyway, beautiful. Love it. Ooh, well, does coffee break do it for you guys as well? Had a bit of a long coffee break, took a while to make this. As the kettle was boiling in the van, needless to say, a dipper turned up. The closest I've got to one so far in the last 48 hours. So I had to stop coffee making. I had to quickly go round the van and then stealthily go down this little gap here and get to Camilla. And anyway, yeah, I got got a lovely little sequence of video of it just foraging amongst the rocks and crevices in the riverbed. And yeah, lovely little encounter, and a couple of stills, quite nice. Nothing amazing, but the closest it's been. Anyway, I'll just have a little sip again now of the coffee. Now I've finally made the cup of coffee. We'll have a look and just try the same trick again. I think just enjoy the coffee up here and see if the dippers turn up again. I mean, once they get into a little area, they do tend to stay in that area, but you just don't know. Anywhere on this stretch, very popular stretch for them. Ooh, nice. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed being out with Camilla and I today on our deep dive dipper hunt. Absolutely superb. Loved having you along. It's been really good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.